Good afternoon. The Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma, is visiting KwaZulu-Natal to get an update on disaster management and to visit some flood-ravaged areas. The Minister aims to gain a first-hand account of the integrated and coordinated disaster management system that's led by the Disaster Management Centre to try and enable humanitarian and infrastructure efforts. Let's get more on this. We cross to SABC News senior reporter Chriselda Lewis. A very good afternoon to you, Chriselda. Just describe what's happening there for us.
Well, Nsinga, a very good afternoon to you. The Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs already arriving here at the Disaster Management Centre. She's just been given a brief of some of the supplies that have been brought to this facility, those, of course, which will be dispatched to various areas that have been affected and areas where there are communities that are in desperate need of these supplies here. Amongst the supplies that you would see here would be your mattresses, some water, some baked beans, some rice, just some of the basic necessities that these communities would need to get them by on a day-to-day basis. You would know, of course, that a number, in fact hundreds of residents who've been affected have taken refuge at community halls around eThekwini, and that is where the desperate need is, where these communities have been asking for food. You would recall over the past couple of days they have indicated in some areas, some of the affected communities have been arguing that the food has taken too long for them to come. So this is basically an inspection of, what is here, what is scheduled to go out to these much needed communities. But this is not the only place that the Minister will be. She will also go to Henley Dam, and you recall that is where Sergeant Jwaha had passed away together with the K9 dog. I understand, as I indicated a bit earlier on the program, that is where a dam is scheduled to be built in that area to deal with some of the challenges in that particular area. So the Minister account from them in terms of the aftermath, what assistance is needed, what more can we do together the agencies to ensure that they are looked after in their time of need. There'd been many concerns raised by these communities, of course, that had been going to these also asked for more assistance to come through from government in terms of food and supplies. So I guess, what we're seeing here at that will be taken to these community halls. I know that the Minister will All right, and Zinga, I think you should stay with us at the moment, because this is where there is going to be, by the looks of things, a briefing that will take place. This is where we're also possibly likely to hear it looks like we will get a briefing from the Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs. You can stand by for that.
Can we be seated?
Just get a briefing.
All right. Nzinga, it seems at this stage this is a briefing that the Minister will receive from the team here in KwaZulu-Natal. She will not be briefing the media at this particular stage. We've been told that this is a part where we're able to just listen in on those conversations. So we will possibly take... let's take a listen. Perhaps we also might be able to hear at this stage. She's getting a briefing from some of those in attendance here.
And ask for some form of support in one way or the other. It's a very short program. We are welcoming by the Councillor. The
And so we apologize for the breaks in transmission and the sound that you cannot hear. As you know, Durban has been affected by those floods, which have also damaged infrastructure as well and facing some challenges there. I'm sure Chriselda will give us an update of what's taking place in that briefing.